Huh? Y'all ain't talking to me today?
Conservative energy.
Conservative energy. It didn't die?
No, not yet.
So yeah, I got stuck today. But it was good to get stuck. Sometimes you need to get stuck because it's not really stuck. It's waiting. We're waiting. And I was waiting. Because when I started singing it without y'all, I took the we out and put the I in. Holy was dealing with Christy. And sometimes you need Holy to deal with you. Kate would say today was a day Holy needed to deal with me. So if I said justice is a joke, that's a headline. Justice is a joke. What day is it? If that's the headline, what day is it? Today? Election? What else? Anything? But it's current is your position. Because it has to do with elections, politics, today. Justice is a joke. Okay, now what if I read you the whole thing? Anarchy and violence break out. Quarrels and fights all over the place. Law and order fall to pieces. Justice is a joke. Still today?
Yes.
Still political world? Still right now? What if I said wrong? It's in here. It's in here. So, y'all know I like my prophets. There's a prophet with a weird name. Habakkuk. Habakkuk. I've heard it pronounced two different ways, but I'm going to go with my way. Or I'm going to call him Hab. I ain't decided yet. But Hab's a prophet. And in Hab chapter 1, verse 1. The problem, as God allowed Hab to see it. God, how long do I have to cry out for help before you listen? How many times do I have to yell, help, murder, police, before you come to the rescue? Why do you force me to look at evil, stare trouble in the face day after day? Anarchy and violence break out. Quarrels and fights all over the place. Law and order fall to pieces. Justice is a joke. The wicked have the righteous hamstrung and stand justice on its head. Interestingly, those words were printed during World War II in a newspaper. And do you know what happened? Nazi Germany banned this book. This book could not be preached, could not be taught from, could not be shared. It was banned. Why? Because just like when I said just the line to you and said, what day am I talking about? And you came back with now. That was them. Their leaders were reading them the scripture and they were going, well, that's now. We got Hitler over there doing stupid stuff. We got this one doing stupid stuff. We all gonna die. So then Germany says, you can't teach this anymore. It's banned. So you have Hab. And Hab is questioning God. In the midst of all this chaos and this crap, where are you? What are you doing? Why do I have to see these bad things happening? Why do I have to witness rich people oppressing poor people? Why do I have to watch as people kill people? Where are you? Now, if we're honest, how many have done said that today in today's environment? You've been asking God, where you at? You're lying if you're saying you ain't never asked. Amen. Is my guess. Because even on my best day, if a certain joker gets on the TV, if a certain joker gets on my TV, I'm immediately, God, where you at? Because you should have done struck that dead.
Jesus.
You should have done fixed it.
Jesus.
Fix it. Who? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. I don't know who I stole that from, but I stole it from one of y'all. And you have people who will tell you it's not okay. It's not okay to question God. It's not okay to ask why this, why that. It's not okay to say, God, where you at in all this? But Hab did it. And all the prophets really did it.
Amen.
They were constantly saying, wait, you want me to go tell your people what? Okay, why? Why I got to go tell them that? Why can't you just make them be good? Why can't you just make them do right? Where are you at in all of this? The interesting thing about prophets in the Old Testament, what we call the Old Testament, most everything they were teaching was based on Torah. Does everybody know what Torah is? So Torah is the written word given to Moses. And in some circles back then, it was the written word and words that didn't get written down. The stuff that they got handed down, oral tradition. Mm-hmm. And so when the prophets are going, God, where are you? What the prophet is really doing is pointing back to Torah and saying, well, Torah says this. So this is what should be. But this is what we're seeing. So God, where are you? So let me break it down for you so you know what Torah is for you. Because nobody in here is Jewish that I know of. Judaism isn't your thing. So here you go. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. That's Torah. Got it? Yeah. So those books, the ones that we say Moses wrote. So that's God spoke to Moses. Moses wrote it down or told a story. Kind of like what we do now. God will speak to a leader. The leader will share with the church. Sometimes they write it down. But the prophet is pointing to Torah. The prophet is pointing and going, this is what it's supposed to be. This is the covenant. This is what we've agreed to. Where are you at? Hab chapter 2, verse 1. What's God going to say to my questions? Have you ever asked crazy questions to God and then go, now what? Now what you going to say? What you got? What you got? Yeah, Hab did the same. What's God going to say to my questions? I'm braced for the worst. How many have done that? You ask God questions, you're waiting for God to answer, but you're prepared to hear, you suck and I don't love you. Jesus. You're prepared for the worst. That was Hab. I'm braced for the worst. I will climb to the lookout tower and scan the horizon. I'll wait to see what God says. How God will answer my complaint. And then God answered. And if the screen was working, you would see that the title today is And Then God Answered. And it was in the right time. And then God answered. Write this. Write what you see. Write it out in big block letters so that it can be read on the run. The vision message is a witness pointing to what's coming. It aches for the coming. It can hardly wait. And it does not lie. If it seems slow in coming, wait. It's on its way. Amen. It will come right on time. Amen. So where are you at in all of this? Torah says this is our relationship, but where are you? This doesn't feel like a covenant relationship. It doesn't feel like you're here. These people are killing each other. They're doing all this bad stuff. What's going on, God? Talk to me. Jesus. But Hab didn't stay stuck in Hab's questions. Hab tells us what Hab's going to do. Okay, I've asked my questions. Now I'm going to wait. What does that mean? It means Hab had hope that God would answer. Hab believed God would answer. We sing, miracles happen when you move, heaven is coming. But if we don't believe in what we're saying, is a miracle happening? If the doors remain closed and God's knocking, what happens? So Hab was saying, these are my questions. I'm opening it all up. I'm laying it all out. I'm hungry. I want to know, where are you in this chaos? Jesus. Show me. Jesus. And then Hab says, I'm going to wait. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to climb into my tower because maybe I need a shift in my perspective. Maybe I need to view the chaos from a different angle. Maybe if I'm up high looking down on it, it'll look different than being in the middle of it.
Amen.
Maybe if I go closer to God, it changes. So what Hab was saying is Torah says this is who you are and how you should be operating with us. But this is not what I'm seeing. So speak to me.
Yes, God.
And explain to me why. Now, if you study those books that we just read out, you know they mostly speak to how a group of people, the Israelites, are supposed to function as a community. They have things in place that tell them how to behave as Israel. What they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to do it, when they're supposed to do it, so that as a social group of people, they move in the ways they're supposed to move. So it's like directions on how to be good community. So if God gave Moses the directions on how to be a good community, but now what you're seeing is all this chaos, commotion, and upset, who messed up? Maybe you quit reading it right. Maybe you need to change your perspective. Maybe you done maybe these people done got over here and forgot that I said do not kill. Maybe they done forgot that I said I am your God. Have faith in me.
Amen.
Because what they're doing is trying to grab and take and have power in their own might. They're not letting me be God. So I did make a joke. Rewind. I made a joke. Sermons are a lot like opinion columns in the newspaper. So when I say things, you may not agree. Guess what? It's okay.
Amen.
It's okay. It's okay to disagree. I read this. I studied this. And it's what God showed me.
Amen. Amen.
You study it for yourself.
Amen.
Maybe you get something different. That doesn't mean I'm wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It means God speaks in the right time the message that we need to hear.
Amen.
So let's go back. What did it say? I will wait in my tower. And then what? And then God answered. Now the answer wasn't what Hab wanted it to be, y'all. So the first time Hab's questioning, God says, yeah, y'all kind of messed this whole thing up, so y'all are going to go into captivity. And I was like, hold on, wait, what? What you mean you're going to let the enemy take us? God, that ain't how this is supposed to work. But then God goes quiet again. See, sometimes we pray and we ask God, show me, explain to me, where are you, talk to me, give me some kind of indication I'm on the right path, give me some kind of thing to let me know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or that I'm off in the mud and need to get back to where I'm supposed to be. Just, let me know something. Where are you?
Yes, God. Yes, God.
And sometimes I feel like God's going, where am I? Where are you? I'm the same today as I was yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. And you ask me where I am. Sometimes the answer we get is not the answer we want. I prayed and said, God, I want to be rich.
Jesus. Thank you.
Amen.
I want
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Let me win the lottery. And then you know what God say? Okay, first off, girl, you got to play to win.
Amen. Amen.
And second, I know you. You get a little bit of money, and you might go buck wild. You might forget who you are. You might not handle it the right way.
Jesus.
Oh my God, why you gotta call a girl out like that? But it is true. I am one of those people. You give me a whole lot of money, I ain't gonna have it very long. All of us is getting good stuff.
Amen.
We all getting good stuff. We going shopping together. Everybody getting something. Or if you came to me and you had a list of bills, okay, fine, we pay your bills. Forget about it. It's done. So I wouldn't have money long, and God knows that. And God's like, and you also have this habit of when things start going really, really well financially for you, you kind of start forgetting who I am. I'm the preacher. I ain't supposed to admit that, but I'm going to just tell the truth today. Because some of y'all need to hear it, because some of y'all lying. You get a little bit of good stuff happening, you forget who God is.
Jesus.
You forget. And you ain't got time. You ain't got time to be praying. You ain't got time to be seeking. You ain't got time to have faith. You ain't got time for none of it, because life is good. God, I'm going to need help. I don't know what to do. God, I need you. The next step ain't going to happen if you don't point me to it. You were doing all the right things, but then you got all the good stuff. Look at me. Look what I did. See how great I am. And then this girl throws a bomb at your kingdom door. And it explodes. And it splinters. And like how? God, where are you at in all of this? Where'd you go? Who left who? Boo? Who left who? Did I leave you? Or did you leave me? I wrote a covenant. I said, this is my covenant. This is what I'll do. This is who I will be. I've lived up to those things. All you were supposed to do is say, I'm here for you. I worship you. I'm here for you. I worship you. I'm here for you. I worship you. I'm here for you. I thank you. I'm here for you. I adore you. I'm here for you. Let your spirit fall. Let me be obedient. Let me do the things I'm supposed to do. Keep my ego in check. If the lottery will make me lose it and be stupid, don't let me win the lottery. But many of us, when we're riding that wave and everything's good and everything's right, we forget to come back and say, God, thank you.
Thank you.
God, thank you for showing me that if I would have went to the right, it would have been bad. Thank you for giving me wisdom to know how to speak to people in that awkward situation that happened at work the other day. Thank you for the ability to earn my paycheck. Thank you for the ability to pay my bills.
Amen.
Thank you for blessing me with opportunity.
Yes, God.
Thank you for blessing me with friends and family who support me and love me and want to see me do good. And when I step off in it, they come to me and go, what in the hell are you doing? But we forget it until it's all chaos and crazy. And the world around us is crazy. And so now you got all these people, God, where are you at? Where are you at? How is this happening? And it's not just America. It's the world. There's chaos everywhere. Go read some headlines. I encourage you to read a news source outside of the United States. It'll do you good. It's everywhere. But in America, we've shifted so much that it's so far down from where it used to be that all of the rest of the world is going, what happened to them? They was like, Captain America, Thor, and all that, and now they, what? What is this?
Joker.
But it's because what happened is everything was going good. And America said, we did this. We did this.
Jesus.
Look how great we are. Now there are a million names for who you call God. And not every person in America calls holy God. But not every person in America is also sitting back going, look what I did. Not every person is questioning. Who are you supposed to be when it is chaos? Because see, Torah is about the community. So yeah, it's great Hab's crying out and going, God, where are you? But what's Hab's job as a prophet? To go back to the community and say, God says this. God says these things are going to happen. But don't lose hope.
Thank you.
Because I am still is. And God still answers in the right time. But if we ain't doing our part, and they weren't, they had done some things that made their community break down. They had done some things that led to battles and other stuff, and they were a mess. They had taken their eyes off of who they were supposed to be. So Hab the prophet goes back to the community and says, this is what's supposed to be. But did it all get better? You're a community. If I tell you God says this is what we got to do for everything to be good, are you going to rush out and do it? Or are you just going to kind of, well, Lavette will take care of it? Tell the truth. You don't have to tell the truth out loud, but tell the truth in here. I'll tell you, God says we need to do this. Marcy will tell us, God says we need to do this. What happens? How many rush out and put that into play? And how many rush out and go, band will handle it, board will handle it. Community is all of us connected. So it was okay for Hab to ask the questions, and it was okay for Hab to deliver the report. But Hab couldn't do all the work. The community had to do the work. Israel had to do the work. So Israel had to go through some things. And I encourage you to read this. It's only 3 short chapters. And it's all about questions, answers. The answers not being what you want them to be. And then you say, because Hab says in chapter 3, I will still follow. I will still have hope. I will still have faith. The fig tree gonna die, rot, whatever. I'm still gonna say God is mine. I'm still gonna believe. I'm still gonna believe miracles happen. I might not see it, but I'm gonna believe it. And this vision that you've given me, that you said write in big block letters so people can read it as they run, there's a reason they're running. The bad stuff is coming. But the message didn't change. The message was still, I love you, you're my people. I'm still here. I still call you to be my people.
Amen.
Which means I still call you to live in the ways that we've discussed. I still expect you to love. I still expect you to take care of the needy. I still expect you to do what's right because it's right. Paraphrasing. That's all paraphrasing. But again, it was a prophet saying we have to come back to our first love. We have to come back to here. Kind of like hitting that reset button. My favorite part, though, is when Hab says, and then God answered me. And then God answered. Some of you, you've been questioning God for a long time. You don't wore yourself out. You don't wore God out. It's exhausting. And you feel like you ain't getting anywhere. One of the reasons you feel like you're not getting anywhere is because when the answer isn't what you want it to be, you quit listening. You go, well, that can't be God. Some of you, you've been questioning and asking why your own life hasn't changed. And God's going, I've done all I can on my end. What you going to do? When are you going to do? When are you going to move? I'm moving everything I can move over here in the spiritual world. I'm putting things where they're supposed to be. But you ain't looking. You ain't talking to me. And then when I say do, you turn out to who? Who? What you mean pay my bills on time? You better go talk to somebody else. What you mean put money in the offering plate? Go talk to Marcy. What you mean I got to get that man on the corner food? For real, go talk to Marcy. What you mean I got to forgive? What you mean I got to love people who did me dirty? And some of y'all get prickly every time I talk about forgiveness and loving people who hurt you. So let me be clear. Boundaries are a good thing. You should have them. I'm not saying destroy your boundaries. But I am saying there is something inside of us. When we hold on to hatred or contentment, or all of the yuck that comes from those situations where we've been hurt, what we do is we bog ourselves down more. Amen. And we're stuck. And we get yucky. You have to find a way to let go of it. You have to find a way to say, okay, that happened. I don't have to be around that person, but I got to forgive them and move on for my own well-being. Not saying you got to party with them. Not saying invite them to your wedding. I'm saying we get hurt, and when we hold on to our hurts, we get stuck. And then God could be speaking, but we can't hear because we still, why you let that girl break my heart? Why you let that girl take the cheering? Why you let that girl wipe out the bank account? Why you let that girl hurt me? Why you let that girl do this? Or for other people, why you let that boy? Why you let that man? Why you let that whatever? Why you let my dog run away? And you're stuck. So maybe you need to climb into your tower like Hab did and change your perspective. And you need to wait. And you need to hear God speak to you. Really speak to you. And for some of y'all, God's going to speak right now in the room. Miracles do happen.
Amen.
I am still God. But you're not doing what I've told you.
Ouch.
You're not doing the things that I've asked you to do. It's a covenant relationship. We both work. We both do. You're refusing to move. You're refusing to do. And it has to stop. And it has to stop today. Not because I will abandon you, because I won't and never will. But it has to stop because you're not going to get to where you need to be if you just stay where you are. I'm calling you to me. I'm calling you into something. But you have to take a step. I don't like that, God. This is me, the preacher, talking. I don't like that. Doing more, saying more, being more is scary. Makes you vulnerable too. I don't like that. But we've been stuck for a minute here. And I don't mean stuck like stuck on the songs. We have been stuck as a community. And we're not moving. Forwards or backwards, really. We're just sitting. And we need to move. We need miracles to happen.
Yes, God.
We need God to be present. We need Holy to show up and show out. And I'm just saying, maybe part of that falls on us. Maybe we have a responsibility. Maybe we have to go back. Maybe we have to say, where are you at in all of this? And if I'm the one that missed it, put me where I'm supposed to be.
Yes, God.
Open my eyes and let me see. And maybe we're the ones that are supposed to be holding on to hope. When what we tend to do is sit down and let hope go. Poor pitiful me. Poor pitiful Thrive. I've spoken truth today.
Amen. Amen.
And you ain't shouting me down, and that's okay because Kay's in there.
Amen.
But the truth is we're stuck. And we're going to stay stuck. Until you mean it. When you say, set my heart on fire.
Jesus.
It's about passion. It's about commitment. It's about dedication. It's about all of those things that we run from. Because they're responsibilities. And we'd rather not have those. My mama didn't tell me, when you grow up, you're going to have all these bills and all these responsibilities. Every time I would holler, I can't wait till I'm grown.
Okay.
She didn't tell me. Yeah, you keep thinking that. But if we're going to be in community, We have responsibilities.
Yeah.
We have things we're supposed to do. And if we're going to be a fellowship of believers, there are things we have to do. There are ways we have to behave. We have to seek. We have to love. We have to be in healthy relationships. Not just with one another, but some of y'all got to get healthy with how you look at your own self, me included. We have to do these things. And Thrive is going to stay stuck until we do these things. Sincerely do them. What do I mean by sincerely? I mean, it ain't just going through the motions. It ain't just, oh, I'm just doing this because the board said I had to. It's, this is my church. These are my people. To be in community, this is what I do. And I'm going to do it because I love this and I believe. I believe miracles will happen if we do what we're supposed to do and we keep trusting you, God. That kind of stuff. Passion.
Amen.
Passion for your community.
Amen.
Ask the questions for yourselves. Holy will answer. And it'll be at the right time. And if you're smart, it will change you. And all the people said,
Amen. Amen.